With the internal family systems, people can spend literally years in therapy and or coaching, working with an IFS trained practitioner, because there is so much to work with. Let's think about this. Let's just say a 40-year-old person comes into therapy and they had a normal childhood, a normal life that was not any more traumatic than anybody else's. Still, they're finding it difficult to show up in life as an adult with the demands of being a parent and a spouse and an employee and a provider and so on and so forth, whatever roles and hats that they wear. So they come into their therapy and they're lucky enough to find an IFS therapist. And they can get started on any topic, and within an hour, that topic can jump around to 5 or 6 or 7 different things, and the focus can easily land on a multitude of things while we get curious. But let's just say that I have one incompletion a week for my entire life until I'm 40 years old. That incompletion stays in me and then impacts how I see my current life. So it impacts how I think, how I feel emotionally, what happens in my body, what impulses I experience, and then my behavior, what I actually do, the choices that I make. So let's just say I have one incompletion in a week for every week on average through my entire life. 52 weeks in a year times 40 years by the time I get to therapy. How long is it going to take to get complete so that I can show up in life as my wise adult?
Forever and ever.
Although that's not exactly the way it works. It does feel sometimes like this is futile. How am I ever going to get enough of this work done to actually make a difference in my life? Here's my experience. Even just doing one piece of work with a skilled and trained IFS therapist or practitioner shifts the way that I perceive the world in a permanent and dramatic way. And when enough of that kind of work has been done, that the person is returned to a level of wholeness that hasn't been true previously in their life, they begin to function at a much higher level. They have much, much more clarity. And they get to the point where enough healing has occurred that they're ready to get results in their lives. When that happens, that's a good time for coaching to begin. And coaching with an IFS coach like myself helps the person to identify a result and laser focus the work that we do together so that we don't go off in a million different directions, which would easily be done and would definitely yield results. But if we want focused results, we need to focus on those parts of ourselves that have been left behind and bring them into the present circumstances, current reality, update them so that the parts of us can respond and support us in what we're up to and trying to accomplish today.